Hello, I'm Angel and welcome to my galaxy. Sorry if I sound a bit funny, I just woke up so my voice is like, That aside though, welcome to Artfight Prep 2. Though I'm guessing you already knew that if you read the thumbnail, and I don't know why you want it. It's become a normal tradition that I do like announcements at the beginning of my videos, I've noticed, so I guess we're gonna do that first. First announcement is that my sweater is now blue. It was originally purple, but after a quick poll, it has been decided to be blue. Thank you to everyone who voted. Second announcement is some fan art that I got from other people. I want to give a shout out to them. The first one is Doodle Duckling. They did my profile character. Thank you so much, you did an amazing job on the art. Next one is from Axo. They also did my profile character and it looks so cute, thank you so much. And that would be all. So now we can actually start on the part that everyone was excited about, the thing you clicked on the video for, which is Artfight Prep 2. So first up we have Henry, one of my newer OCs. Because he's newer, there isn't much I can say about him yet, but I hope to say more in the future. For now, all you really need to know is that he is a miner, the type that mines up rocks, not child miner. He also lives in an underground city, and that's about all you need to know for now. Henry was also one of the few I didn't do a turnaround pose for. As you can see, I'm drawing it, but I did not end up using it. I didn't end up using it simply because there wasn't much to show behind him, and his tails got in the way of everything. I kind of regret making him a nine-tailed fox just because there are so many tails for no reason. I'm thinking next time I draw him, I'm going to have all the tails tilted downward. That way I don't have to draw every single tail, just the ones in front. We are almost at the end of the speed paint though. I ended up making the speed paints longer in this video just so there's more runtime. Here it is done. Now on to the next one. This one is Lucas. He is actually Henry's brother. Specifically, they are identical twins, so they look very alike except for clothes and personality and that stuff. No offense to anyone's OC or characters, but I personally hate the trope of twins being the exact same. To me, it just comes off as lazy, so yeah. And I just realized I haven't said anything about Lucas, the whole point that I'm doing this part of the video. I love Lucas, he is my baby, but he is not the sharpest tool in the shed, I'm afraid. Because of this, he tends to follow his brother around a lot. This is also why they have the same job. I promise it's not because they're twins. There's an actual story reason. Henry is also more protective, so that's another reason they tend to be together a lot. But their biggest story reason is that they've had a lot of trauma together and they feel the need to cling to each other because of it. A bigger part of their story is learning to separate from each other while still, being there for each other, if that makes sense. Anyways, here's Lucas. He looks adorable. Moving on to the next one, which is William. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I am not happy with how this one came out, but I don't really have the time to change it, and it's not horrible. You can still tell what the character looks like. The last thing I want is to get burned out before the month even starts, so I just decided to leave it and not worry about it. At the end of the day, all you really need is an image of your character. It doesn't have to be the best. As for the character himself, he's one of my older OCs that I've kept around a very long time. I made him in middle school, I believe. I will say he is not the oldest, since I actually still have the first OC I ever made, and that guy I plan to redesign for a different video. Time is running out, so all you need to know is that his name is William Kinghart. He's a vampire and a teacher. That's why I gave him a last name, because he's a teacher. With that, we are done. Next up, we have Benjamin, who is the adopted son of William, and also his nickname is Ben, since I don't want to say Benjamin the whole time. Ben is 6 years old and a werewolf. I didn't get to draw his werewolf form just because I was running out of time at this point. Benjamin is just as old as William, I will say. Not age-wise, but I've had him as long as William. William has always just kind of been that character that I give random children because I can't think of where to put these child OCs. Ben managed to survive the longest out of any of the orphans that I've ever given William, just because I love the dynamic between them. Benjamin's very all over the place, and then of course his adopted dad is just grumpy. Here it is finished. The next character is Isabella. I used to hate this character, not because she was a bad character, but because the design never really clicked with me. It's like I want to do something, but it wouldn't turn out the way I wanted. But now look at her. I redesigned her and I love her so much. I struggled with her hair the most. I was originally going to turn it into something more simple, but then I was like, no, this girl wants complex hair. She is not going to look at you and say that she wants simple hair. No. So I stuck with it, and I'm so glad I did because I love how it turned out now. I will say she reminds me of a My Little Pony character, not just because she's a unicorn, but because of the hair color itself. That aside, I originally only included her because I wanted another OC couple to add to the list of characters. At the time of recording this, I only had one OC couple up, and I figured I'd add another one because it's my Artfight. Every OC I added to Artfight, I tried to add another OC for them to interact with, like dating, brothers, a mother and son, anything like that. Obviously, no one is required to draw any of the characters together if they don't want to. I just figured it'd be a nice option in case somebody wanted to do 2 characters. I believe the only one who doesn't have anything is Theodore, just because I haven't had time for that, really. I suppose he can be drawn with my other OCs, even though he doesn't know any of them, but I'm not really picky about stuff like that. All these characters exist in the same world, most of them just live in different countries. Anyways, I've talked enough, here's the finished product. Next we have Levi, who is married to Isabella. Levi was made to balance out his dramatic wife, so he's very calm and laid back compared to her. I'm unsure if I'm going to give them kids yet, but if I do, he's definitely going to be like a chill stay-at-home dad. He is a white tiger, and yes, he does have 2 tails. That was the result of a birth defect. He used to hate having 2 tails, but in the end when he married Isabel, things got better because she had enough confidence for 2 people. In general, these 2 have a very soft and loving relationship. I personally give my couple OCs at least 1 issue, since it feels a little too perfect if they don't have any issues. For these 2, I feel like it'd be more money problems, but even then, I feel like they do a good job of still being healthy while still having 1 or 2 arguments here and there. A bit off topic, but I saw somebody else with a tiger OC on Artfight, and now I want to draw Levi interacting with that character. So hopefully, I will get to draw them, and hopefully you guys will get to see it as well. The only bad part about making a video for Artfight is you're not going to be able to show all the art you actually made, just because not everyone's going to agree to let you show their OC on your channel, or they're not going to be able to get back to you in time for that video. Anyways, here's the finished product. The rest of the video is going to be the thumbnails I did for my characters on Artfight, and during this time I'm just going to talk about Artfight since I've already talked about the characters themselves. This is my first time on Artfight, so take everything with a grain of salt. This is just the stuff I've assumed or have seen in videos and all that stuff. For starters, I kept my profile simple. I do think the more complex ones look cool, but it's also a lot to read and go through. I find those more complex ones just overwhelm me a bit, so I want to keep mine personally simple. I put my nicknames, which is Angel and Galaxy, whichever one they prefer. Then I put my age, which you don't have to do, I just put mine so people know I'm an adult. I put that I attack pretty much anyone, but anthros can be a struggle for me. I had someone say that I should just put furry, but that wouldn't really be accurate because not everyone that has an anthro character is a furry. That aside, I also put that I do my best to revenge every single time. This is more so just a personal goal for myself. Don't push yourself to revenge every single time, especially if you get a lot, so relax. Next I wrote that friendly fire is okay, because honestly I don't care about the game aspect of the month. Next, I put that I'm going to be posting on my YouTube channel, here's where you can find it, and all that stuff. I feel like people should just put where they're posting everything in their description, because even if they ask for permission, I still feel like whoever owns that character is going to want to know where it's going. It's just my opinion, but no matter what you do, always ask permission to post the character. Now that I have rambled on longer than planned about the profile description, we're going to move on to character permissions. For my character permissions, I did my best to make it where the person drawing my character has a bunch of freedom. The only rules I have in place are to protect against things like whitewashing and to make sure the character is still the same. For things you can do, I start out by saying you don't have to ask to post my OCs. I put that because I personally love when people just say, hey, you don't have to ask, just give credit. I like it because I'm making a video on it, obviously, so it just makes it easier on me. But obviously I do get people who say, hey, you gotta ask because, it's their character, they want to know who's posting it. On to the next rule. I also said that yes, you can change the clothes, because although I said characteristics can't be changed, clothes and characteristics are obviously different things. Plus, I want to see how people interpret their style, not to mention it can also give me ideas for any outfit sheets I have planned in the future. And now, to wrap it up, we have ship art related rules. I said that you can make ship art of my single OCs with other people's OCs if you have permission from the other person or your OC, whatever. But for my OCs that are already in a relationship, that's where it's weird to me, so no. I don't even know how to explain how I feel about it, because it's like, they're not real people, but I'm also so used to this character being with somebody else it would feel wrong, which I know is weird. That being said, we are reaching the end of the video in just a moment. We're going to finish up this little character, and then we're going to go to the credits of the video. And that is the end of Artfight Prep 2. Thank you for sticking around. And before I go ahead and tell me which team you're going to be picking this year. At the time of making this video, the themes were announced yesterday, and it was fossils versus crystals. I personally don't hate the choices, but I definitely feel like there was better ones in the past. I am hopefully going to be on the crystal team this year because I feel like it matches my theme better. And with that, goodbye, I'll see you in the next video.